Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Today, my guest star is the amazing Linda Simpson.
Hi, everyone. Thank you
And
for asking me, Connie.
you're welcome. And let's see, we have Samantha Stewart. Oh, hold up. We have a visitor first. It's
Oh,
Allie again.
oh,
Okay, we have Samantha Stewart, Laura Lee, and Sunita and Lisa the Grammy here. How are y'all
hi,
doing?
ladies. How are you all today?
What are y'all working on? And let's see. Sanita says she's going to be listening and lurking. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
you
if you
lurk
have
away.
if you have a chance to comment, um, I was wondering, Sanita, if you would be interested in going live with me. I saw you started doing like at least going on panels.
Mm,
So if you're interested, let me know or send me an email
that'd
at
be awesome, that, Sunita.
just another stitch 2020 at
Uh-huh.
gmail.com. But yeah, if anyone is interested in coming live with me, just let me know. I still have some spots to fill for March. And let's see. Lisa says, I'm just going to get another cup of coffee and wait. Lava.
Yes, I've got juice. Hi, Crystal.
Yes. Hi, Crystal. And
Another Crystal,
yeah,
Divergent Crafter. Hi, Crystal.
I was pretty sure her name was Crystal too.
Yeah. Hi, Monica.
And Monica and JKL's crochet this and that. What's your first name, JKL?
Jan. She said
Oh,
it's Jan. Hi,
okay.
Jan.
Yeah, I see it now.
Sorry, Connie.
How how are all of y'all doing and what are y'all working on? Chris Crystal with Divergent Crafter says seeing names here, it is okay to call me DC to keep confusion down. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
DC.
there is a chance Crystal the Ormy Chicken could show up today. So I've been having a lot of crystals lately
I
coming around.
know. And there's a lot of Jeannies, there's a lot of Lindas, there's a lot Melissas as well. Hi, Jodie. Welcome in.
How are you doing today, Jody? And what are you working on? Yes, I have a kitty. She's been in quite a few of my lives lately.
Ah, she's beautiful. I've got two cats.
Me too. My other one is Sophie, and she's Calico. She's a bigger cat. She's probably almost three three sizes the size of Allie here.
Ah, look at that. Oh, she's beautiful. Hello, pretty girl.
Say hi to everyone.
She's cleaning and she's resting with her mummy.
And let's see. Jody says she's working on a snowman Afghan.
Oh, lovely,
Ooh,
lovely.
I
I'm work- I'm working on my socks for my Sock It To Me challenge for March. I've started early. I know it's March tomorrow, but I started early. So they're what I'm working on.
ooh pretty. I, I love socks, and I'm actually knitting a pair of socks right now.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's just quite soothing doing them in the round. I could go on forever. The socks would be up to my knees.
Yeah, that's how I do mine. It's in the round on the circular.
Yeah, I love my circular needles.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And really, that's pretty much all I use is circulars. Now I use the double pointed for the decreases on beanies when you can't use the circulars no more because it
Yeah,
gets too light. And every now and then, maybe on like a really small project,
yeah.
but for the most part, it's circulars all the way.
Yeah, so definitely.
Jody, I would love to see your snowman Afghan when you finish it.
Yeah, that'd be gorgeous.
Or
Hi,
if
Ricola.
or if you can send the link for the pattern too.
That'd be nice for Christmas, won't it?
Look, another crystal in the house.
I know, Ricola. Hi.
How are you
Oh,
doing today? And there's Laura. Um, let's see, Laura, Christy. We have
Dana.
Dana and
Hi,
Julie,
Dana, sweetie. How's Julie?
Suzanne, and Deneen. How are y'all ladies doing and what are y'all working on? Crystal likes my cat.
Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, and Denise's here as well. Oh, she
Yeah,
knit a
she
hat
has a little
yesterday.
attitude.
Oh, she's nice and warm.
She's mean to my other cat, Sophie.
She doesn't kind of drag you down.
I always feel I feel bad for Sophie because it's like she passed by Allie, Allie will hiss or growl at her. Or like if Allie's around me and like Sophie tries to like come sit on the arm of the chair by me too, this one does not like it.
Oh dear. She's a mummy's girl. I've got two. I've got a boy and a girl. Fluffy's mine, and she's always by me. And George is a daddy's boy. Definitely a daddy's boy.
And Deneen knitted a hat yesterday. Almost
Ooh,
done another one today. Awesome.
nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I love beanies.
Uh-huh. I'm doing beanies for the calendar, Cal. You know, the Yarny Fiber sisters.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm doing hats every month, and then at the end of the year, all the hats that I've made, I'm taking them to the homeless in my hometown here in Warrington. So I did it last year as well. Took hats to the homeless.
That's awesome. I
Mhm.
love seeing when people do that.
Yeah, yeah,
And I've even seen like where like on fences or something, like people will put like hats and scarves for people to just take if they're cold.
yeah.
So Dooley is busy napping.
Oh, lovely. Nice. Hi, Laura Lee.
How are
Oh,
you doing today, Laura Lee, and what are you working on?
mm-hmm.
Laura's eating lunch right now. What you're eating?
Yeah.
I might have to come over.
I had gammon, egg, and beans for my evening meal because I've just eaten my evening meal because it's 20 to 6 here in the UK.
Okay, Jody's gonna send me a picture, and she took the pattern from several patterns. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do that too sometimes, combine like three different patterns.
yeah, yeah.
Christy's thinking about what projects to do next.
Ooh. I've got quite a few projects. Some I can show, some I can't.
Laura,
Some
Laura
are
Lee,
hush hush.
Laura Lee's like sibling rivalry. But the
Yes.
thing is, Allie has never really liked us, like liked us having Sophie.
Mm-hmm.
She really doesn't like another animal around her.
Mm,
She wants to be the only kitty.
yeah. Oh, Deneen asks a good question.
Let's see. If I could only buy one circular needle for socks, what ones and size would you buy? Um, um, what is it? I think it's 2.25 millimeter that I
Mm-hmm.
use for my socks. That sounds right to you, Linda?
Yeah, I've got a two. I think I've got a 2.5, mate. I have two of my favorites are 2.5s and three are my favorite for socks because I use the finger weight yarn for my socks. It all depends. Some people make socks with worsted weight, and then obviously you'll need a bigger circular needle, a 4, a 5, or maybe a 6 if you're using worsted weight. It all depends, and again, it all depends on your own tension, what your tension is like. If you're a tight knitter, you'd need to go up a size. If you're a loose knitter, you'd need to go down a needle size. So it really depends on a lot of different factors. I mean, when you get patterns, they always tell you to do, so many rows and do a swatch. So it's a 4 inch, and then you can tell if your tension is the same as what they want, or if not.
Yeah.
You just do it to what's suited for your tension, really, and how you work yourself. And it's the same with crochet as well, isn't it? I mean, some people are tight crocheters and some people are loose crocheters. It's the same kind of
Yeah.
what was
Some
it?
projects you have to do a gauge check.
Yeah.
But I think the ones that I typically use on the socks that I've made so far is a 2.25.
Yeah.
I learned, well, I'm doing my second pair of knitted socks right now. But I
Yeah.
learned from the Crazy Sock Lady,
Yeah,
her
I did.
tutorial from Vanilla Socks, the Vanilla Socks on the 9-inch circular.
And go on, sorry.
And I used the needles that she recommended, and I'm pretty sure it was 2.25 millimeter.
And now I'm a tight knitter, so I use 3mm for my socks. I find I get a better tension and they're a better fit than if I use a smaller needle, because they're too tight, and they don't look right, if you understand what I mean. They still look like a pair of socks, but not not how I want them to look. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So once I've done one sock, if I don't like it, I'll frog it and start again. So yeah, I use 3mm needles for my socks.
And for my circulars for socks, I have the how you say it? Chiago?
Chiago.
Yeah, I always say it wrong. I can never get it right. But
it's one of those words that if you can say it, you'll know it. But if you can't, it's a pain to. I mean, and I only learned it from listening to Kim. Kim crochets and knits. She uses them all the time, so that's how I kind of. Every time she'd say it, I'd say it and just repeat it.
But those are the ones that I use. That I think it's the Chiago bread that I have. And the way that I do my socks, I do the 9-inch circular.
Yeah.
And then the first time I used double pointed needles when I got to the heel. But on the Crazy Sock Lady's tutorial, she shows you how to do it on double pointed needles, and also keeping it on all of it on the circular.
Yeah.
Now, the socks that I'm working on now, I'm doing the heel on the circular.
Yeah.
And like she said, like you might find it like really tight, but I haven't had really the issue with it.
No, I've not.
It feels the same as knitting the other part.
Mm-hmm.
And then the toe decreases, I used a circular with the 32 inches.
Uh-huh.
And I use that for the toe decreases.
I use DPNs for my toe decreases. I use two DPNs and do it like that. That's how I do mine.
With the magic loop method?
Yeah, like the magic loop method, but I don't like the loop. I prefer the DPNs. And I think, you know, kind of at the end of the day, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, Connie, that there's no right and wrong way. Whatever works for
Exactly.
you, whether you use DPNs, whether you use circular, whether you use the magic loop. I do not like the magic loop. It doesn't work for me. I end up in a piddle mess and I have to start all over again. So,
And, and the thing is that like when I first tried to knit my first pair of socks, I tried to start it on the double pointed needles because you can do it all, like on the double pointed, but it was like I couldn't start it.
no.
I find I personally find it's hard to start them on a double pointed needle or start a
Yeah.
project on double pointed. It's like where you have the four needles with stitches on it.
Yeah, like the four DPNs, and then you've got the extra one just to do the. That was the first pair of socks I did was DPNs. Oh my word! I swore never again. But I like to use the DPNs when I'm turning the heel, doing the heel, and I like the DPNs for the toe at the top.
Yeah, and another thing too, when it comes to knitting socks, I highly recommend the Crazy Sock Lady tutorials.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. She is one very talented sock lady. She is. As her title says, she is. She's very, very talented, guys. Very talented.
And let's see, we have some new people that joined us.
Hello.
Dallas Country Scratchers number 2. And what's your first name, Dallas Country Scratcher? And we also have, let's see, Ursula.
Oh, is Ursula here? Hi, Ursula. Hello, sweetie.
There's Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Jessica, Kaylina. Michelle. Maribel. Jamie.
Hi, ladies. Welcome in. Lovely to see you all. Hi, Kayleen.
And
hi, Jessica.
Also a little bit of everything. And let us know your name, a little bit of everything.
And the brand, I use Knit Pro like Connie uses Chiago. I use Knit Pro. They're my they're my favorite.
And like my regular circulars that I use, like, with the bigger sizes.
Yeah.
Those I have knit picks.
Knit picks.
I have the long and the short circulars.
Yeah, and I've got Rick for my wedding anniversary bought me a box of the sizes 3.5 to 8mm with the wires. So yeah, I do like Knit Pro. Hi, Nana Michelle, welcome in.
And also, I don't remember if I greeted Monica yet or not. And then there's another Crystal. Crystal's cool stuff. How many crystals does that make now?
4 or 5, is it? Wow. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Nice to see you.
Sandra's here. And let's see. Kelly's here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I think I got, yeah. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. But how are all of y'all doing, and what are y'all currently working on? And I see, someone had a question for you, Linda. Let me find it. Yeah, Dallas Country Scratchers number 2 has a question for you. Oh, we also have another Michelle too. Michelle with Michelle's Mosaic and More.
Yeah. What made her want to help the homeless out in her hometown? Right. I don't really know. I kind of, where I live, there are quite a few homeless. There is a homeless shelter in my town, and once I found out, I just decided that I make a lot of beanies for challenges or what, something that if I just want to, I find if I'm between projects and I can't quite decide what to do next. I've got the yarn and it's sitting there, but it's not talking to me, not telling me what it wants to be yet. I'll just pick up some yarn and a hook, and I'll just out of my head, I just make up a beanie, and I think I've got about 6 already. And I just thought last year, well, these are all sitting here in a box. Why not give them to the homeless? And I took them last year, and that's what I intend to do. It was just something that I noticed while I was out in town shopping. I noticed there were quite a lot of homeless people, and I just thought, well, these hats and scarves that I've got last year, I just put them in a bag and took them to the shelter. And that's what I plan to do again this year. So, but I kind of like to make a beanie between projects while I'm waiting for the yarn to tell me what it wants to be. Or I've got the project and I need to sit and and ah and think about what yarn would be best for a certain project. So yeah, I think on average I do about 2, maybe 3 beanies a month. So, thank you for asking me that, Dallas. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome how you do that, Linda. And let's see, Dallas Country is saying she hoped my birthday went well. Yes, it did. We had a good time yesterday.
Yeah. So
And
sorry I missed it.
it's all good. And I have responded back and forwarded information for the majority of the people. I think I have 2 more emails that I haven't gotten to that was giving me their information, to forward about their prizes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I still have. Last I checked, I have 9 emails left to respond to in my inbox.
Yeah. And Deneen was saying that she's a loose knitter, and the brand that I use, as I said, Deneen, is Knit Pro. And yeah, and you can get them off Amazon, and just try. Don't, just get one, whatever yarn that you're going to use. And if you're a loose knitter, I would use a size. For example, say you've got a skein of yarn, and it's here. I've got a skein of yarn here. So this skein of yarn is the Simply Soft Karen. It's a 4 weight, and it recommends a 5mm. If you are a loose knitter, I would go for a 4mm needle and try doing a tension swatch for that. And that, so yeah, definitely. Now, if you wear a tight knitter and it says 5mm, I would do maybe a 5.5 or a 6, depending on how loose you are. And it's just a question of practicing, Deneen, and I hope that's helped you and answered your question. And DC Crystal, yes, knitting is a lot slower than crocheting, which is why I do a knitting project and then a crocheting project. I kind of switch between the two, so that kind of, at least I think in my head that I'm actually doing something. Do you feel the same, Connie? Do you kind of switch between the two, the crochet and your knitting as well?
I actually have certain days of the week I work on crochet, and certain days of the week I work on knitting.
Yeah. And I'll mix it up, kind of. In the morning I'll do some crocheting, then in the afternoon I'll do some knitting, and then at night while I'm watching a movie I've got some crocheting, because I know that'll go up quick and I don't have to look. But it depends. But it's just a case of without sound of being, it's just practice. Like crocheting takes practice, so does the knitting. And I think once you get the stitches down, the knit and the purl. I mean, I can sit and watch television and knit a pair of socks without even looking at the needles, so, it's just practice and that, and you get by the time, you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I've done that much tonight. Yay. Pat on the back. Are you like that as well?
See, now I find like I'm more comfortable when it comes to knitting over crochet. But I've been knitting longer than I've been crocheting.
Yeah.
A lot of the reason for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I've been knitting a lot longer than crocheting as well. Not by, I think 20 years difference between the two, but no, 15 years between the two. So, I learned to knit first. So knitting has always been my first love, but then I started crocheting and I really enjoy that as well. And that. So, yeah.
For me, in May will make 3 years that I've been knitting. And
3.
Then, yeah. And then crochet, it's, let's see, I think it's close to 1.5 years now that I've been crocheting.
Excellent. And I think if it's something you love, like it that I am crocheting a granny. Oh, well done, Ashley. I did the blindfolded knitting challenge. I don't plan on doing the crocheting challenge. I've got too much going on.
I did the blindfold challenge that Marshallie was doing.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. And like for mine, I had to knit, I think, 20 stitches in knitting. And then I think it may have been 20 double crochet stitches in crochet. And the knitting, I think I only messed up 1 stitch. But the knitting was pretty easy for me. The crochet I struggled with.
Yeah.
But I was shocked that I did better than I thought I did, but I still made a lot of mistakes.
And but that, kind of, it just shows. Thank you, Jessica. She shared you out.
See, Crystal, like I find whenever it comes to crochet, I'm not that quick with crochet.
Yeah.
Knitting, I go faster with. But knitting a project does kind of take it. It does, in a sense, take longer than a crochet project.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure which craft I'm actually like quicker at finishing a project.
Yeah.
Even though I knit faster. But with knitting,
but then again, kind of knitting, the way we knit, for example, way we knit a sweater to the way we knit a crochet sweater to the way we crochet a sweater are two different entities, and there's a lot more involved with the knitting than there is with the crocheting. And although I really like crocheted, and I've made a couple of crocheted wearables, I'm not a fan of the drop sleeve, with the crocheting. I'm not such a fan. I prefer a fitted sleeve or a raglan. And I'm hoping, sometime in the future to actually do a crocheted sweater with as a raglan, because I'm sure you can copy the same to achieve the same look. I'm not a fan of drop sleeves because I find they're bulky around this side, this part of your arm and that. So, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me entirely.
And with knitting, the stitches are a lot smaller than a crochet stitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Christy's asking, is there a way to save purchase patterns from Ravelry?
You download them.
Yeah. But like it should automatically come up. I know there's like an area where Like it shows where your purchase patterns are
Yeah.
on Ravelry.
Yeah. So any of your purchase patterns, you should be able to download, Christy, onto your computer and then onto what do they call it? Oh, what do they call it? A memory stick. I've lost the plot then. And then you've always got them then.
I'm the same way. Sometimes my memory used to be sharp.
Yeah.
And now I just feel like it's not. Okay.
Hi, Pinky Hooks.
Yeah, I'm skimming the comments. I kind of got behind on the comments, so
yeah. Nice to see everybody here, isn't it?
But yeah, Crystal with Divergent Crafter with knitting, it takes practice, and the hardest thing with knitting is the slip stitches. But you find little things that help, like how you hold your hands.
Yeah.
And don't let like the yarn get too close to the tip of the needle.
Yeah.
And use end caps when you put your projects down. Push that yarn back too, so it's not like close to the tips of your needle, because sometimes end caps can pop off. So, but you just kind of got to get the feel for it.
Yeah, and a kind of excuse me. Good. Sorry, I was going to sneeze.
Dana saying she'll have to go turn the horses out soon. So I'm not sure if Dana's still here or not, but if you did leave already, Dana, I hope you have a good day.
Have a good day, Dana, and Dooley as well.
Okay. A little bit of everything. Her name is Liz.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to remember
Liz.
that.
Yeah. And yeah, Michelle Mosaic some more. Try Crazy Sock Lady. She does tutorials. She does tutorials using the magic loop, using DPNs, using the circular needle for socks. So try check her out.
And Jessica, thank you for sharing me out. I really appreciate it. You know, Ursula, I was like that when it came to with crocheting. I was working on my peppermint blanket, and I just, I just started feeling like I was getting in a rut where I needed a change of scenery, and I started making some projects that I could do quicker, because I needed to have that feeling of accomplishing, finishing.
Yeah, especially when you've got big projects. Oh yeah, I can knit without looking. Been doing that a long time. Mind you, I have been knitting for 60 odd years, nearly 60 odd years.
Yeah, and that's one thing I find with knitting, especially if I'm doing like knits and pearls and stuff. Usually I don't really have to look.
No.
But now if you're doing like more lace work where you got all the knit.
If it's a pattern, I have to look. If it's just stocking stitch, knit a row, purl a row. And socks, all it is stock, especially if you're on a circular needle. All you do is you're just going round in a circle. And you just continue going round until you've got the number of rows you need, until you you get to your the required length for your heels.
Okay. Hi, Pinky Hooks. How are you doing today? And I'm trying to remember your name. I know it starts with SH.
Who's this?
Pinky Hooks. It starts with SH.
It's the first time I've met Pinky Hooks, but nice to meet you.
But it's like I can't think of it.
Is it Cher or Cher?
No.
Shirley, Sheila?
It's not a common name,
All right.
but
Knitted.
once I see it, I'm gonna be like, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And thank you for the birthday wishes. And let's see. Okay. Um, Crystal with Divergent Crafter says tips on picking up speed, Linda. After crocheting, knitting seems so slow. Now,
I have no idea. I just go with the flow. I think really, if it's something that you really enjoy doing, and it's a relatively easy stitch, or kind of your speed just comes with you. I really have got no tips. Just what I would say though is make sure you're relaxed. Make sure you're sitting correctly. That kind of posture is everything when you're knitting and crocheting. Sorry, I'm having a summer moment. Posture plays a big part in it as well. So if you're comfortable when you are either crocheting or knitting, that helps with what you're doing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you're not sitting properly, relaxed, and kind of you're back in, you're sitting back in your chair, and you're relaxed, and your back's supported, and your arms are supported. I mean, even if you sit on the sofa, you kind of got that support around you, and you just work as long as you're relaxed and comfortable. Then it will come. It might take time, but once I think if there's too much going on, that sometimes hinders it as well. But posture is everything when it comes to your crocheting and your knitting. And, and if you're relaxed, comfortable, then your speed will come. That's all I can, the tips that I would give you.
now, Shondi from Expression Fibers, she has a video on tips on how to increase your knitting speed. And I know, like, one of the things that she mentioned was, now typically if you're a beginner with knitting, it's best to use bamboo knitting needles because that's
Bamboo, yes.
and that's another tip to prevent slip stitches.
Yeah, especially if you're a beginner.
Because the yarn sticks to the needles better.
Yeah.
So
Because the bamboo has got a bit of a tooth on it, whereas the metal are just smooth, they're just really nice and smooth, whereas the bamboo have got a bit of a tooth to it, and it doesn't slide off,
yeah,
especially
the,
if you're a beginner.
the stitches don't slide off on bamboo like aluminum. But when you get more experience and you want to build up your speed, aluminum knitting needles helps your speed. Because I use
Yeah.
the aluminum. That's what I use. Um, and I know there was like where if you because you have like the two ways to knit, the continental and
Yeah,
I
and
think
then
what's
there's
the other one.
there's a throwaway. Now I throw my yarn. I throw my yarn. Whereas the continental, they use it. I can't. They use this. I can't use that. I can't. So they have the needle here, and they have the yarn here in this hand, and then they feed the they feed it with this thing. I can't. Do you throw, or are you a continental?
I throw the yarn over.
Yeah, me too. And that's how I was taught, And I've tried the continental because they say the continental knitting is quicker, but not for me. And I think it's to each their own.
But I think it's if you can get it down,
Yeah,
then you can build your speed.
yeah, definitely,
And
definitely,
I,
definitely.
I think there were a few other things she mentioned I can't remember offhand, but
Yeah.
my suggestion is look for that video by Shondi with Expression Fiber. Ooh, I'm just noticing. Ursula sent me a super chat.
Oh,
Oh, thank
yay!
you so much. So you know what time it is? It's biscuit time.
Woo, woo, woo!
Let me get to my video.
Thank you,
Hi
Iz.
everyone, this is the Biscuit. Thank you for sending Connie a super chat.
And thank you again, Ursula, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And speaking on that subject, in case some of y'all don't know this, I have a perk going on for those that donate to my channel in some way. Um, and it's going on until the end of March, and I will pick a winner at random on April 1st. And
Oh, lovely.
basically, the ways that you can get an entry is either by doing like a super chat or a super sticker, or you could also do a donation via PayPal or buying me a coffee. And each time you do one, you get an entry for each time.
That's lovely. That's really nice.
Then
Hi,
the
Barbara.
then the other way is those that are members of my channel, or if you become a member of my channel, you get one entry for that. And then those that donated to my birthday bash, that was yesterday, all those people get one entry. And this is
That's
my way to thank those that donate to my channel.
mm-hmm.
And another thing I do want to mention, I don't want anyone to feel like they have to donate. It's only like if you want to and you can.
Yeah.
Because I totally get that. Like not everyone can afford it. But anyways,
Hi, Joy. Welcome in. Laura Lee, I can continental but cannot get the tension right. The stitches are not universal. Right. Yeah. Try doing the throwing method. Try doing the other method, Laura Lee, where you hold your yarn in your right hand, and as you put, let me just move this. So as you put your, let me see, as you put your needle in, you're throwing the yarn round. That might help you. So if you're putting the yarn round, so if you've got your yarn here, and then you put your stitch in and you throw your yarn, that might try practicing that might help you with your knitting. Oh, thank you very much, Lisa. That's very kind of you to say that.
and let's see, we have Regina that joined us, and another, and then we have Dinky Crafts Jennifer, and
Shania is Pinky Hooks.
and let's see.
Thank you.
I'm scrolling to see who.
Hi, Regina.
Us. And Barbara. Okay, I think that's everyone. How are y'all doing? And what are you working on? And if I missed anyone, I do apologize. I'll probably notice it as I'm scrolling the comments more.
Welcome in if we've missed anybody. And Laura Lee says, I can knit throwing the yarn and the stitches stay really even. Then there you go, Laura Lee. You are a thrower like me, and like Connie, and Ursula's a thrower as well. So, you know, if if continental isn't working for you, there's no harm in you trying to do the throw the yarn. And Michelle, Connie, can I mention that I've got some knitting tutorials on my channel?
That's fine.
I've got if you go to my playlist, Michelle, I've got knitting tutorials if you want to watch them.
And I also have some knitting tutorials
And
in
you do as well.
my knitting tutorial playlist.
Yeah.
And the way I learned how to knit, I learned from Shondi with Expression Fibers.
Yeah. She's amazing, isn't she?
Mhm. Yes, she is. And then once I got the stitches down and I started doing, patterns, I learned a lot from Morley Bird.
Yeah. She's good
That's
as well.
that's how I learned how to read knitted patterns.
Yeah.
And you know, and I really love Morley Bird when it comes to knitting.
Yeah.
Um, but but yeah, that's my advice to learning to read patterns is
Yeah.
you find that video tutorial that has a written pattern that goes along with it. And as they're, explaining things on the tutorial, line it up with the pattern.
Yeah.
And that's to me the best way to learn to read them.
Yeah. Hi, Keith. Welcome in. Hi,
Hi.
Tank. How are you?
Yeah, how are y'all doing, Keith and Tank? And what are y'all working on? And Michelle says she wants to learn to make socks. Now, socks will probably take you a while to get there because you really need to get comfortable with your
With the
stitches
knit
first.
and the pearl with the stitches. I mean, the basics for knitting is casting on, knitting, and purling. And it's a bit like when you learn to crochet, you learn to do the chain, then you learn to do single crochet, then double crochet, and knitting is just exactly the same. I don't know if you feel the same way, Connie, but once you master them
Mhm.
stitches,
You can
the
take
world's
it
your
from
oyster,
there.
really, you know. Um, and that,
But now socks, like with knitting, the thing with the socks is it's the heel section that's the most complicated, but it's really not that difficult.
no,
And a lot most people that knit socks, they use like the number one weighted yarns.
yeah,
So you kind of got to get more comfortable, and especially if you haven't used number one weighted, because
yeah.
I know
And
the
go
first
on,
time
sorry.
using it, it's okay. It felt like you were holding nothing,
Yeah,
and my hands cramped like crazy. But so like number one weighted yarn also can take a while to get used of if you're not used of it.
yeah. Now it's the opposite for me. The 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 chunkier weight, like the chunky and the especially when I came to knitting with the lace weight and that I found it quite easy because I'm used to I learned to crochet using thread. I used to make the doilies and that's where I learned to crochet. So I find if I try and make especially knitted with a chunkier yarn, that aches, that makes my hands ache, especially my wrists.
Mm. And like, and certain things will make your hands cramp with
Yeah,
knitting and crochet, and
yeah,
everyone's different.
yeah. Everybody, and that's what makes the world go round, isn't it? We've all
Round and
got
around and around.
round and round and round and round and round.
Okay, Jessica has to go. Have a good day, Jessica.
Oh yeah, and it's Tank's birthday tomorrow. Woo woo!
Ooh,
Happy
happy
birthday
early birthday.
tomorrow, Tank! Yay! You're going to be 21 again, Tank.
Yeah. It's like you get to a certain age and you're like, why can't I go the opposite direction with age?
I know. Well, if this year, if I did it back to, well, at the moment, I'm 16. So when I have my birthday, I'm going to be 26.
I turned 47 yesterday. I'm getting closer to 50.
Oh, yes, you're a spring chicken. I'm 62 in September. You're still a spring chicken, Chuck.
Crystal Gibson says, "Have you seen the new self-striping fruit prints yarn from Premiere?" I haven't.
No, I haven't either. Oh, look, Kayleen. Oh, loom knitting. Oh, nice. That's something that's never really interested me. And she only started crocheting last November. Wow.
That's actually how I got started with yarn crafts. I learned loom knitting first.
Yeah.
Then I moved on to knitting, then crochet.
Yeah.
And let's see. And Sandra's asking if we've seen the pit knitting that Jan Carruthers does. She holds her predominant hand needle under her arm.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And to me, my advice is whatever works for you.
Yeah. You hold the needles what is comfortable for you, guys. There's no right and wrong way. Like there's no right and wrong way of holding a hook. There's no right and wrong way of holding your needles. At the end of the day, as long as you've got a project at the end of the day, who cares how you hold your needles? Oh, Danine's going to be 50 in July. Connie, I'll be the bit. Oh, yes, I know. Happy birthday, Tank, for tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought I saw somebody asking her. Oh, Kaylina said she learned throwing face by her mum, and it would not click in my mind until I learned the continental knitting. And see, kind of hats off to you, Kaylina, for knitting continental. I think you're amazing, but because I can't do it, so well done to you.
I'm trying to skim the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Joy that joined us. I don't think I
Hi,
told her
Granny
hi yet.
D. Granny D's here. Hi, lovely.
Hi, Granny D. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And also, same questions to Joy. Let's see. It's Sean. Pinky Hook's name is Shania. That's it.
Yeah.
And let's see.
And JKL's going to be 64 next month.
Ooh. And Regina is working on a pair of socks in the flat. And that is another way that you can do socks.
Yeah, there is. There's many different ways of how to make socks. I mean, my nan taught my dad and his brothers and sisters how to knit socks. So my dad actually taught me how to knit.
Elisa wants to know if I've knitted any complicated things. Now, I did do this shawl with hearts that was more complicated. I'm trying to think what all I've knitted.
I know you lose track of what you've knitted, don't you? Once you start, that's it.
And I recently did a lace shawl with number 1 yarn. And I've done cables.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I've done a lot with beanies.
Yeah, I love beads in knitted work.
And
especially shawls.
I do color work a lot on beanies.
Yeah.
Oh, you got your paw stuck. Okay. But that's all I can think of offhand.
Yeah. I'm in the process of designing an Aran 4-weight sweater with cables. I'm writing the pattern and doing the tutorial as well. So that's what I'm working on as well as everything else.
Now with knitting though, I haven't done like sweaters yet. Except for a dog sweater. Now I'm fixing, after I finish my socks, I'm fixing to knit my first pair of gloves, which will probably be, more challenging with the fingers.
Yeah.
And I haven't even done
gloves for years.
I haven't done mittens. I haven't done fingerless gloves. So I'm just jumping right in.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I love doing color work.
Yeah.
Let's see, I greeted Keith already. And
there's a lot of babies, but there were a lot of babies born in March. Granny D's birthday's next month. JK L's birthday's next month. Tank's is next month. Wow.
Yeah, happy early birthday to everyone with birthdays coming up.
Ursula's is next month as well. Happy birthday to Ursula as well.
And Regina wants to know, what size needles do you use? It really just depends. Now I use number 4-weighted yarn a lot with knitting. So usually most of the time that you tend to use between a 4.5 and a 5.5. Like either 4.5, 5, or 5.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
Now with like number 1 weighted, like I usually tend to use I think it's the 2.25 millimeter, I think it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Gina's awesome. Gina with Knitting Turnpike.
Yeah.
She's like the lace work queen.
She is. Yeah, definitely is.
Let's see. I'm skimming the comments trying to, because I'm a good bit behind. Let's see. Everyone's talking about how old they were on their birthdays. Oh, Vanitza's here. Hi, Vanitza. How are you doing today?
Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Spring. Spring's here too.
Hi, Spring. How are y'all? And what are y'all working on? And let's see. Oh, Doris is here too.
Yeah. Hello, Doris.
Yeah, same questions. Yeah, I love shawls too, Regina. Shawls is my favorite thing to make.
Yeah. I've just finished a wrap. First wrap I've ever made. It was crochet, not knitting. Just done this one.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
So it's an L shape. So you do a square and then work off both sides. So can you see? So kind of forms a V at the back, so it sits on your shoulders. Like that.
Ooh, nice. Tank's saying she's never seen a cat want to be held like that.
I know. My cats don't like that. Mine prefers to sit on my knee.
I think she's
with my yarn. With my yarn as well.
She likes to hang over though. Like she'll do that like she'll be on the arm of the chair or on the back of the chair. And poor baby, she falls asleep. And then like she'll fall, like sometimes she'll fall.
Oh,
It's like she just out. And let's see. Okay, Ashley's asking if we've ever knitted items for Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes.
no,
I
I haven't.
haven't. Now one of my friends was talking about like doing the hair scrunchies, and one of these days I probably will try to do something like that. Now I have donated like to like some people like if they have cancer, or like I've donated earrings I've made to the org.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank you, everyone.
let's see. Okay, I greeted spring already. Yeah, happy birthday to all the March birthdays, or if your birthday's today.
Yeah, can you believe it's the last day of February already?
I know.
Where's this month gone? I mean, I know it's only a short month anyway, but it's still gone far too quick for my liking.
Okay. So, Linda, do you have any whips or finished objects and all you want to tell people?
Yeah, I've got a few things. I'm working on just, as you see, I'm working on a pair of socks, and the yarn is called Exploding Gnome by Paul Ply Yarns. I purchased this off Angela, my precious yarnery.
I love Daniel.
And then I am actually knitting a wrap with beads.
Oh, that's something I need to do. Is knit with beads or crochet with beads.
So this is the pointy end, but obviously it's curling over. But once it's blocked, and I'm not sure if you can see the beads. Beads are there.
I think I barely see them. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If I tip it that way, you can see the beads there. And I'm using this yarn from a company here in my hometown. It's called Bramblewood Yarns, and it's all different shades of purples.
Beautiful yarn.
It is, and it's so soft, Connie. It really, really is soft. So as you can see, I'm knitting this, and I'm using bamboo these are redwood needles, and these are a 3.5 millimeter. So I'm working on that. I can show you the pattern, what I'm doing, if I can find it. Oh, I think it's towards the end. There it is. There we are. That's what I'm making.
Ooh, that's gorgeous. Me likey.
So I'm working on that. I'm also working on.
You didn't see what I was doing. I did the eye thing.
Woo! That's one. I'm also working on 2 mosaic blankets. I'm working on. This is my queen.
Ooh, I want to learn mosaic eventually. That's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? Really nice. So that's one of my mosaics. The other mosaic is called Casablanca. Anybody remember the film Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman? I loved it. And this is my Casablanca.
Ooh, pretty.
And obviously I'm working on socks. I can show you a shawl I'd finished a while ago, which is knitted. because I know there's people are quite interested in the knitting. So can I show that, Connie?
Yeah, go ahead. I do crochet and knitting, so
Yeah. So this is the poncho I've just finished. If I stand
oh,
back.
that's beautiful.
So it's blues and greys, and I've finished it off with the crab stitch and round the neck. And it's just 2 rectangles sewn together to form the poncho. And that's how I like to do my ponchos. And then this is a shawl that I've still not blocked, that I need to block. And this is...
Ooh, that's gorgeous. Speaking of blocking, I still need to block the lace shawl that I finished
Yeah.
a few weeks back.
Yeah. I've got this one, and I've got the wrap that I need to block. So I've got 2, and I put pale beads round the edging. You can't see them, but I put beading round the edges.
Nice.
So this is Shepier's yarn that I've used on this. So quite like the colour gradient.
I like how the colors change.
Yeah, I do too. So that's all I've got to show you guys.
Beautiful. But yeah,
Thank you, Joy.
We talk knitting and crochet, and I'll even talk about loom knitting because that's a yarn craft too.
Yeah, that's something I've never got into, loom knitting. I suppose kind of it just never appealed to me. And by no means, everybody's different and they enjoy different things. And I'm not saying, you do what makes you happy, whether you knit, whether you crochet, whether you loom knit, whether you use your centro, just enjoy doing what you're doing. Thank you, Granny D.
Have a good day, Ashley.
Bye, Ashley. Thank you, Regina.
But what I find when it comes to loom knitting is more restrictive. And you've got to like knit panels together for certain things, where like with regular knitting, you have more freedom. And there's a lot more patterns too that you can find for regular knitting than loom knitting.
Definitely.
Oh, hi, Lisa with Coping with Yarn, and Amanda. How are y'all doing today?
Hi, Lisa.
And what are y'all working on?
Hi, Amanda. Nice to see everybody here.
Okay, let's do a little bit of trivia.
Okie dokie.
Today's trivia topic is crochet.
Wow.
And the first question that I have is, from which of these languages did the word crochet originate? And your choices are A, French, B, German, C, Norwegian, or D, Spanish. And again, the question is, from which of these languages did the word crochet originate? A, French, B, German, C, Norwegian, or D, Spanish. So what do you think, Linda?
French.
Well, I'm going to wait to reveal the answer. Let people guess in the chat.
Everybody seems to be, Granny D and Lisa's saying Norwegian.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone is saying French. Except for Lisa with Coping with Yarn. But you never know. It could be any of those.
Yeah, it can be.
Like one thing, like with doing some of these trivia questions, you find out some interesting things.
Yeah, you do.
Hi, little baby. Yeah, it was funny. Like before I went live yesterday with my birthday bash, she started coming around, and I needed my hands to pull things up for all the giveaways
Yeah.
and all. And I'm like, Frank, come get Allie. But I didn't think she would stay with him. But she actually did. She curled up and fell asleep on him
Oh,
the whole
lovely.
time.
That's wonderful.
Because like if you put her in a room and close the door, she'll cry. Poor baby. She don't like that.
Hmm. And even though I've got cats, I don't know about yours, my cats never play with my yarn.
My
Never
cats
play.
have gotten lazy. They don't play that much
They
anymore.
just look at it and like Fluffy. She always likes to sit on my knee, so I have to arrange everything around me so that she can get on my knee. And she looks at me, and if the yarn goes past her ear twitches, and she looks at me and say, as if to say, "Get that thing off my ear."
And animals can do the funniest things, especially I find especially cats. Cats
Yeah.
are crazy. Okay, so the answer was A, French.
Yay.
So it was French. Oh, there is a few things I do want to mention before I forget to mention this. Today is a busy day for me when it comes to my channel. I still have emails that I still need to respond to. So if you won a prize last night and I didn't, get to your email yet, it's just I've been busy this morning. And then after this live, there's actually 3 videos that I want to try to get filmed. um I have my snow theme video which I need to film. Well, mostly I just had to film the beginning and the end because it's mostly pictures. But that one's like putting it together is
Mhm.
time consuming with all the
Yeah.
pictures. Then I want to do my video to explain my upcoming live bingo that I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the video where people can put their numbers.
The
The one
numbers for the bingo when you do it. Yeah.
And whenever you submit your numbers, I will respond back. So that's how you know that I have your numbers. And I'm also going to go live 30 minutes early before the bingo. So that way, if I see someone I don't have numbers for, I can
Yeah.
get numbers then. But anyway, that video I want to try to get filmed today.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I have a small Mary Maxim order that's supposed to come in today.
Yeah.
So I'll do the unboxing of that. Now I
Well,
don't know if all my videos will get uploaded today.
yeah. I mean, maybe we could just do another 15 minutes and then
Yeah.
you can get off because it's going to be 7 o'clock here for me. And, I want to spend time with hubby tonight, go and watch a film or whatever. So, yeah, if you want to go on till, say, another 15 minutes and then we'll finish.
Yeah.
Is
That
that
was
all?
actually my plans. Most of the time I usually do an hour and a half for my lives.
Yeah.
Now if I'm running low for StreamYard hours, then I start cutting back
Yeah.
to an hour, which I'm probably going to have to do before, the last couple of lives before I reset. I reset like on the 13th, like in the afternoon. But anyway, and I don't know if I'm gonna do a Crochet Tuesday video tomorrow because I've hardly like I don't even know if I've completed one row on my shawl that I'm working on. So I probably won't do a video, and I doubt I really get any crocheting done today. And I still need to do the rows on my temperature blanket for the last 2 days. So So I just wanted to let y'all know that.
Yeah. So you've got a lot of things coming up then, Connie.
Yeah, staying busy.
Yeah. Well, I've got my I do a giveaway every month. Well, my March's giveaway goes live tomorrow, so that's done. And I think I've got my video done for Thursday, so I'm not doing too bad because I only do 3 videos a week, and then I do my live on a Wednesday, 12 noon
Yeah.
Eastern. So that's a lot of fun. Have a lot of fun with that.
And some videos that I do have coming up. Let's see. Like I said, I'm hoping I get my snow video up today. If not, then it'll be tomorrow. Um, where's my calendar? Let's see. On March 12th, I'm going to be doing a video where people can send me pictures of their favorite coffee mugs.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that idea stimulated from my lives on Thursday, Coffee with Connie. We
I'll
were
have to
talking about
send you a picture of my favourite coffee cup then.
we were talking about favorite coffee mugs.
Oh, I'll do mine.
Then March 16th, I will be doing a pet video. So y'all can submit pictures of y'all pets. Because it's been a while since I've done a pet video.
Yeah.
And Saturday, March 19th, will be the live bingo.
Right.
And
you've got a busy time coming up, haven't you?
yes. And like the bingo itself will start at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, but I will go live at 12:30 for those that submit their numbers,
Yeah.
then because sometimes people see your live and they realize, oh, you have a bingo and they want to play. So I try to but once the game starts, you can't add it.
You've got to have some rules,
Mm-hmm. And you got to be present, and even if you submit it, and you have to be present for at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna basically do like roll call, and even if you submitted your numbers on the video, and say you come in like halfway through the game, then you won't be eligible.
You've got to be there from the start of the bingo to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would recommend like getting there about 5 minutes before 1 if you already submitted your numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh well, happy early birthday,
Jan.
Okay.
Jan.
But yeah,
happy birthday. Early birthday.
But yeah, that's the plans for that.
Excellent.
And the prize, I plan to do a $20 gift card.
Yeah.
And if you're international, then it would be Amazon.
Yeah.
But
or you could even do PayPal, couldn't you? If it's international, do it PayPal.
Yeah, that would be my other choice, like especially if like their country doesn't allow it. But yeah, I'll probably do it where they could do either Amazon gift card or PayPal.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in the US, then you get to pick where you want your gift card, what craft store.
Yeah.
So let's get on to another trivia question. I figure we have time for at least this question, maybe one more.
Okay, go on.
Okay. The first crochet pattern was believed to be published in what year? A, 1797, B, 1823, C, 1906, or D, 1868. And again, the question is, The first crochet pattern was believed to be published in what year? A. 1797, B. 1823, C. 1906, or D. 1868?
I would say 1823. I might be wrong.
We shall see. Everyone so far is agreeing with you, Linda. Oh, actually, Doris says 1797. And the thing is, and even if you miss the questions, it's don't worry about it.
No.
And like sometimes some of the questions, especially some of them are really hard. Sometimes that I ask that it's not likely many people will know. Okay, and then there's 1906 that Demetria says.
Hi, Demetra. Welcome in.
Oh, that is true. She just joined us. How are you doing today, Demetria? And what are you working on? But yeah, because I don't want anyone to feel bad, like if they got questions wrong or anything. This is just for fun.
It's just for a bit of fun.
And for education, educational purposes, learn something new.
Yeah. And they always say you learn something new every day.
Lisa's back. Yay!
Yeah, don't forget the thumbs up, guys. Thummies for Connie, please.
I can be a goofball in case some of y'all haven't noticed that already.
I'm just as bad.
Yeah, it was like one thing that was interesting. On my last live, we did UFO trivia. And like the first UFO sighting actually goes back to biblical times.
Wow.
And it's actually like in the book of Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a fascinating thing to learn. Okay, Lisa wants to know what was the question. The first crochet pattern was believed to be published in A. 1797, B. 1823, C. 1906, or D. 1868. And I'll give it a little more time before revealing the answer. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I need to let everyone know. But I think I've covered pretty much everything that's coming up, going on.
I mean, if you forget anything, you can always just put it in the community tab, can't you?
Yeah. Oh, I did think about something. There's a poll on my community page where I'm asking everybody what they would prefer for me to call my subscribers. And in the past, I always call y'all my Yorny friends. But we got on this topic on a live too. So there's a poll.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll go and check it out.
With some options. And currently, Yorny Aliens is winning. Yorny Aliens. Hey, I like my aliens.
I know you do. I know. So Lisa's giving her answer.
Okay, she also says 1823. And the answer was 1823. Woohoo! Most of y'all got it right. Lisa wants to know what coffee cup I'm using today.
Oh, yay! We got it right.
Water. I didn't fix any coffee today. I don't know. I might later on today, but
oh, are you still there?
But yeah, that's what I'm drinking. Okay, so we'll do one more question, then we'll wrap up. Let's find a good one. Mm, let's see.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can everyone still hear me and see me? Okay, I think Lisa just dropped off, so I think she's having trouble on her side. Yeah. We'll see if she comes back. I think that's her there. Welcome back.
I don't know what happened.
Sometimes it does that.
I don't know what happened then.
I always say the aliens gotcha. And then they brought you back.
Am I back? No.
Okay.
Shall I say bye-bye?
I mean, it's
I'll
up
say
to
bye-bye.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
My internet is playing up. Thank you,
Okay,
Connie, for having me here today.
Thank you for coming live with me.
Bye,
I
everyone.
enjoyed having you. Okay, I'll just be a few more minutes before I get off, but you want me to take
Connie.
you off You're welcome. You want me to take you off the panel?
I'll go now. All right, so you can thingy. Bye, everyone. Take care.
All right. Have a good day, Linda. Okay, and let's
You too. Bye. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay, we have Zach and Regina that just joined us. How are y'all doing and what are y'all working on? I'm not going to be too much longer, but I am glad that y'all joined in. Okay, so my trivia question I'm going to ask y'all, the last one is, where did crochet first appear? Your choices are A, South America, B, Europe, C, United States, or D, Asia. And again, the question is, where did crochet first appear? A, South America, B, Europe, C, United States, or D, Asia. Hi, Leela. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Yep, this is my baby Allie. She's the honorary one. My other cat is Sophie. She's a calico. And Sophie's a big cat. She's about 3 times the size of Allie here. And she's kind of fluffy. She's a real love bug. Let's see. Looks like everyone's saying Europe, I think. But yeah, I love my kitty cats. And those that don't know, when I do my Crochet Tuesday and my Knitting Friday videos, towards the end of the video, I have a cat news segment. So you get to hear about the drama with my kitties. Okay, everyone's saying B. Leela's working on a blanket. Nice. Okay. Okay, it looks like that's everyone that's answering. And guess what? Y'all are correct. It is Europe. So anyway, hold up. Doris is saying we have a sweet black kitty named Phantom. Hubby rescued her from the rafters in the shop he worked at. Aww. But yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, I do have a pet video coming up. So get y'all pictures in of y'all pets for that video. And even the other videos I mentioned, get y'all pictures in. And let me put my email address back up. That's where y'all can send the pictures to just another stitch 2020@gmail.com. But anyway, I think that's it for today. And I want to thank everybody for for joining me today. I had a good time with y'all. And I also want to thank those that will be watching on replay. And if you watch the replay, please leave a comment to let me know. And also feel free to answer the trivia questions in the comment section too. And I hope everyone has a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light and bye.